Oh, I come from a land, from a faraway place, where the caravan camels roam. Where it's flat and immense, and the heat is intense. It's barbaric, but hey, it's home. When the winds from the east, and the suns from the west, and the sand and the glass is right. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet and fly to another Arabian night. Arabian nights, like Arabian days, more often than not, hotter than hot, in a lot of good ways. Arabian nights, in Arabian moons. A fool off his guard could fall and fall hard out there on the dunes.
So, about that Will Smith Aladdin thing.
Okay. I mean, I was wondering if you're going to sing the entire song, and you did. And that's fine.
Yes, I know. I was
Will
going to
Smith thing
subvert
is
your
like-
expectations because I knew you'd think that I'd only do the one verse. But no, it was me, Dio.
Yeah, but the Will Smith meme, I am personally done with it.
Oh, it's
Because
this
I don't
situation.
think he looks that bad.
Well, neither do
so-
I. But it's funny. You're always that old grandpa who's just like, was that a meme's getting some reference? It's like, well, I don't like it anymore. Like way before it actually becomes a problem.
No, the thing is, I'm more of a grandpa because I don't like memes from the beginning. Like if I don't like a meme, okay. The only thing I can think of where I'm like I'm tired of this in recent memory is Shaggy, where it really did get bad because it got popular, because it was just the same joke 50 times. And when I saw that joke the first few times, it was hilarious. And saw that exact same joke 50 more times, I'm like,
Well,
same
I can
joke. I'm
I
not
can
laughing.
understand that, but I've also seen a lot more creative variations, and you just need to see the more creative parts.
Also, I preferred it at the beginning because I liked the idea of, oh, so they're actors in a movie, and he's talking about playing the role of Shaggy. But no, the actors in the movie are talking about Shaggy as a real thing. And I'm like, that's stupid. And I just stopped being interested.
Wow. And I'm sure like some incredibly small fickle meme that will show up in the next month or so, because meme culture is incredibly rapid, will just get you every time.
Oh yeah, for example, I hated Bowsette. I thought it was generic and completely uninteresting, and cool, the artists are all having fun with it, but that's nice. Everything else about that meme, I'm like, I don't care. Then directly after that meme what was the thing? What was after that? Something something with what was it? Some animal, I think?
Some animal.
Or there's some meme that happened. Oh, the lamps.
You
moth
liked
meme.
the lamp meme.
And the lamp meme was absolutely
You
hilarious.
are not of this
and
world.
Yet I hated both.
The lamp meme
Yeah,
is so
so-
stupid. I was
Oh my
surprised to
God.
see that it lasted this long.
So yeah,
Like, at least just like with all of this stuff, like, sure, the whole Mushroom Kingdom, but what if they were girls? That's basically just Rule 63 with a little bit more flourish and reasoning. But still some cool comics and art
it's
came
basically
from it.
generic anime
Well,
girls.
not all the time. You're not only seeing.
Why is this character more attractive? It's just a girl with horns.
You don't understand, dude.
Why is the fact that she's Bowser? Why does that make it more attractive?
Do you seriously not know? Do you actually seriously not know?
It's not. I mean, I just don't see it. It means nothing. As in, she doesn't look interesting. Whatever. I mean, It's been ages,
Dude, there is
so
an
that's
actual
fine. I don't
psychological
want to get
reason
into.
for that.
Yeah, well, it's been ages, and I don't want to start complaining about memes
What's that?
again,
You
unless
don't
it's
want
more
to start
recent
complaining
memes.
about something? That's a rarity.
Well, that's true. I love complaining. I love talking about how terrible Pokemon is now. It's like how I have fun, and don't get me started on talking about how terrible Doctor Who is. That's I
Oh, you
man.
finally
That's
caved
one
in.
thing with what.
Because I was always wondering, like you say, you talk about Doctor Who a lot to me, but you've just been saying, man, this decision just sucked, and then this decision sucked. And then there is one thing that you outlined the entire process of with one of the side characters. Is that right? No, not the side characters, like the main girl or
Yes.
whatever. And just like I was just like
Yes.
completely in awe of how stupid that and contrived everything was. Um, but just like now you've come to the point where you're just like now it's the entire thing is stupid. Like well not the entire thing.
Well,
I mean the
no. The
entire
thing
thing
is,
now. The now thing.
well, I wouldn't say the entire thing, but it's just that the because well, there are large chunks of dumb in the entire thing, but like every showrunner in the modern era, every showrunner's flaws are unique, and for me, Stephen Moffat's flaws are the most uniquely terrible, which is one thing I would say about the newest guy, Chris Chibnall. I do regret the fact that his incarnation of the show is so average because nothing will ever get so terrible that I'm having so much fun talking about how terrible it is. It's just, yeah, that was kind of boring. That was okay. It was entertaining. Yeah, I had fun watching it, and you have nothing much to say other than that. So yeah, but Stephen Moffat stuff was just that was next. That was something where I would get angry, but I expected how stupid it would be. So I was just what. It's very interesting to experience something where the only reason you're not angry is because you expected it, and so you're enjoying yourself even though you know you don't like what you're seeing. It's like I guess it's like playing
Oh
Pokemon.
boy, here we go.
Yeah, or like I'm at the point in Twilight Princess where I'm having fun
Wait,
now
really?
because because I know what to expect now, and I'm like, this is so stupid. So I've lowered my expectations enough where I can just enjoy what I have.
How far are you now?
I'm 13 hours into the
Uh-huh.
game, which means I'm just about to enter the third dungeon.
Oh, good for
I don't
you.
know if it's just me, but I've played other Zelda games. I don't think Twilight Princess is inherently more difficult than any other Zelda game. But I'm 13 hours into Twilight Princess, and I'm just about ready to finish Lake Hylia and enter the third temple. Compared to, I'd be like halfway into any other Zelda game at 14 hours, 13 or whatever.
So, question, how is that amazing second boss?
I don't even remember. I literally do not remember anything about it. What was it?
Ignitus, I think his name was. Either that or Fyrus, I forget.
I don't remember the boss because all I remember is spending 50 hours in the dungeon. Like these dungeons are so long and they are super duper putting out the Mark Brown terms here. I think it's Mark Brown. Super duper follow the path. Where you just have one path, you're just going through it, and that's the dungeon. And they're overlong and really bloated, and you're just spending hours. Well, probably exaggerating by saying hours, but Twilight Princess.
Well then, uh, I'm actually.
I'm not all complained out. I could complain about 10 other things, but we should probably, I should probably cool it now.
Well, I was about to say that I've decided that I don't care about Twilight Princess enough that I'm actually watching the Twilight Princess playthrough on Brain Scratch and not caring about like spoilers. Well, spoilers for I know how the game ends and everything. It's more like um,
Spoilers for the
spoilers
dungeons.
for the dungeons and little character interactions. God, Colin looks terrible, and I don't want to ever see him again.
All the characters look terrible because the art style looks terrible.
You know, I used to think that that was just like people like getting overreacting, but I still do. But now, just like now, I'm of the opinion of, yeah, I don't really like it now actually. So
Everything's too dark and too gray and too
and too
blocky.
attempted realistic
And
to the point where it just looks blah.
yeah, the Wii isn't the GameCube slash Wii isn't powerful enough for its realistic graphics to look good.
Well, it's that the thing is that I think that some of the worst looking games, like of all time, um, are PS2 are like PS2 era games. Because I feel that at that point they got just good enough to like incorporate stuff like with plants and backgrounds and whatever, to try to put stuff in that's interesting, but still didn't quite grasp the graphics and such enough to actually make it look good. So many games have just like long expanses of like dark green and brown nothing, and it just makes the game feel more boring than it actually is. Not to mention that a lot of the design of stuff around that point were building off of popular games more and more. So when things became samey, just add that with the art style thing, and then you just got a whole bunch of games that just felt blander than they actually were.
Yeah.
The only con
I'm sure this will be a popular
The
video.
only contender for that, in my opinion, is certain PlayStation 1 games, where I swear I'm going to throw up just by continually playing them. Because it's the ones.
Why I probably won't harp on PS1 games that much is that PS1 was the same era as Nintendo 64. And I love a lot of Nintendo 64 games in terms of how they look. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, Conker's, Bad Freddy. These all look great in my
Well, yeah, but
opinion.
that's why I specifically said PlayStation 1 because they when they weren't doing stuff that was like specifically cartoony.
Also Rayman
Oh
2.
yeah, Rayman too. It's like, man, I need to get back into. I have Rayman Legends, and y'all, because I just need like two other people. It's like it's hard to just like think. Well, as I said, the Rayman games are better if you have at least three people playing it at once. Um,
That seems like an arbitrary
no, trust me. I mean, you
thing.
probably don't agree with me on this because you don't agree with me on a lot of things, but um, trust me, just like with only two.
Just move away from the stairs.
It's constantly following me, and it won't let me go
Oh my
down.
goodness. Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
trying, and it just. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that CD was worth it.
Well, considering I never listened to the CDs afterwards, no, it really isn't.
I mean, do I even know what the puzzle pieces are for in Donkey Kong Country? No, but I love collecting them.
Yes, well,
I'm sure they're for some they're probably for backgrounds and stuff. I mean, I know they are. I think.
yes, well, the CDs just unlock like specific weird audio tests and such of just like weird sounds and ideas I've.
Oh, that sounds stupid.
I think was it this or was it for this or WarioWare? I think I might be getting them confused. I'm not sure, but notice how I can't progress.
Oh, you need more
Nope.
something.
I in my zeal, I forgot to check in here because I didn't get the keyser.
All right. I should have thought. I didn't even think about that or remember
Uh,
that to say something's
because
weird
I'm just
here.
so used to just picking him up along the way in normal mode. So the point where I just like get the frog like it didn't even register to me. Oh yeah, I don't have this guy yet.
Yeah, it's about to say, hey, the enemy. All right, it's Wario land. Where?
Where the enemy is your friend by virtue of still being your enemy. Unfortunately, this isn't the way I'm supposed to go yet.
What's going through that
It
do?
changes the enemies to whatever's on the tube. I think at the top should be one that changed them to bats or something. But yeah, yes, there it is. Because you constantly float up while you're in allergy phase, and so you can't get up the blocks the norm. You can't get up that chasm the normal way. That's not a chasm. The small this thing, passage the normal way. You have to get Vampire Wario.
Yeah.
Now I'm doubly immortal.
I mean, you're probably mortal enough.
Yes, well, in just like let's put it this way, in the point of Sun Wukong story, he was like already immortal because he was like a stone monkey that didn't age, and then like he tricked somebody into giving him I forget what happened, but basically one other point, he ate a fruit that gave people immortality, like when he was already immortal, so he became like super immortal or something. It just I think something similar like happened two more times, and just it's weird.